would be really early. Years early.
Yeah, quick. Is it live, you bastards? We beat you.
Yeah. Little gobshites. There you go.
Yeah,
Live.
unlucky. Yeah, beat you.
Yeah. We
We're
could have
early. We're early, chat.
just bloody sat there and like picked a random time. Like we like Clive. 8:02 would have done. No, it's not.
No, let's go live. Just mark. Oh dear.
Here we go.
It wouldn't be LDO if it wasn't for that.
There we go. Hold it. Look at us. We've gone live early. Goes the voice in the background. Echo comes on. But that's a weekly thing anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's almost a segment.
I wonder if, Frank, are you now preparing yourself for what I'm up to? I bet that's really gripping you, isn't it?
Expect the unexpected.
Frank,
oh, damn it.
Frank's always one step ahead. He's got names,
yeah, I know.
Places, he's got dates.
He knows where you live. He knows where everyone lives.
I know. Yeah, with scary accuracy and detail. YouTube. I left my pussy stick in the car.
What, your other friend?
Yeah.
Is he not coming out?
Jack must have. No, I did not fall on the start one. Frank's got control of that in case someone says something that he doesn't approve of. So he just stop the show. Hello and welcome to the best show on Thursday night. I'm wearing my team poop, which Frank was a part of, sponsored by the National Pew Museum on the Isle of Wight, of course.
Have you been?
Yeah, have you been? Hey, how's it going? Should we re-release a print of these so that you? But we'll have to give a donation to STEM or something, or see whether they'll sponsor Let's Drone Out, like with no money. Just we give them money when we sell a hoodie. Anyway, enough of the shop bullshit. Let's Drone Out.com/shop or something. I don't know.
How is it going? How many have we sold? Is it time to do a Scrooge style jump into the money pit and start swimming through it?
No, hell no. We're running at a deficit. Frank hates me. Anyway, let's start the show. Hello and welcome to Let's Drone Out. Tonight you're joined by Andrew / Frank.
Good evening.
And before we can introduce the next person, we'll have to go straight to Curry Kitten.
Sorry, I must just read out what Fruity Cakes wrote.
Yeah, I just read
Tony
that.
looks more and more like Min the Merciless every week. Good old-fashioned Jordan reference there.
Oh.
Yes, I should read out the Andy RC disclaimer, which is any views expressed by any guests on this show, mostly Andy RC, are personal and may not reflect the views of the host or any other participant in the show. Thank you.
I'm loving the fact that Andy RC is wearing his Let's Drone Out shirt more and more.
Yeah.
And that is Andy RC with what can only be described as little nuggets in the background. What you got there, Andy RC? You traitoring, leaving us?
Leaving you? No. Somebody said, are you just doing RC cars now? And I'm like, no. The new philosophy is FPV everything. It's going to be a toaster after the cars, I think.
I FPV'd my dog once. That was fun.
Is that legal though?
Yeah, the control method wasn't very good, but it worked.
Yeah, I know someone. I know a couple of people FPV their dogs. I know someone who's FPV'd a sexual intercourse.
I wonder who that would be.
Who was this person who FPV'd it?
Rich.
Is he a resident fire officer by any chance?
Yes, Rich. Rich is our resident.
How would one go about doing something like such a task?
Well, he wore goggles while he was doing it.
Yeah, but where was the camera mounted?
Well,
I can see that being quite painful, unless it was one of those. Even if it was one of those little nano cameras, that's.
Well, it would probably be nano.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you just want to look for a different angle. You just need a little camera switcher and say, how do I look from over there? Not good. How about over there? Still not good. I'm just going to shut my eyes now.
Oh dear.
Tune into a different channel. Ming the Merciless.
Bonjour.
Hey, I'm going to call you Minka now on. And I'm Bright Until I Fly, or some people affectionately know me as the hairy
Yeti.
fuck, or the Yeti.
Jack, you have got subways around your mouth still.
Have I?
Unless it's poo.
No, it's I'm eating Ferrero Rocher. It's Christmas.
It's not yet, but
However, will we top this party or something? Whatever.
Yeah. Well, the ambassador is here. Hello, Ming.
How very middle class.
Oh, well, I would say that. Yep. Tony visited me yesterday. I thought story time with Jack. Tony visited me, and then
You should have live streamed it because it was hilarious. Like they invited me to a Discord and they were just at each other's neck. I'm surprised they didn't stab each other.
Tony's taught his new dog to hate me as well. All that dog does is growl and bite at me.
oh, she liked you after she got to know you.
That sounds exactly like the other dog. Is
Yeah.
it just the general Tony's
Oh
dog?
no, literally, I
hate.
taught Junior to hate Jack, but I
He
did.
got bored.
She must have rubbed off on, he must have rubbed off on her.
Well,
Talking
I
about-
do remember meeting Junior, and the first thing I said was hello, and I go out to sort of put my hand out, and you just said, "Yeah, don't touch her. It's bite you."
Don't touch him, he'd bite you. No, she was all right after a while. She just like Uncle Jack. You got to remember, she's Jack Russell Cross Chihuahua, and Uncle Jack is 6'4". She's tiny compared to him. So when he goes,
I am
little
sure.
puppy, she pooped herself.
I am sure that if any of you watch Zoolander, I'm sure like how they like mind warp Derek Zoolander. And what is it? MK Ultra? Is that what you call it? Tony believes in this. Tony, what's MK
MK Ultra is real. It was a real thing.
MK Ultra was a real thing.
Thank
wasn't
you.
big,
Shut
It
up!
wasn't. Yeah,
Frank,
it wasn't.
no.
but it
Well,
was
isn't it?
like an espionage type intelligence
Frank speaking.
organization.
Frank, say what you were going to say. It was real.
There was an operation by the CIA, I believe, called MK Ultra, but it wasn't the levitating things with your mind that the conspiracy theorists would have you believe.
Yeah, and it can't be worked on Britney Spears, where she went mental, laughed at herself, and then ran off and shaved all her hair off. I doubt they would deploy a military.
Well, no, not on Britney Spears, no.
No, that's just going mental.
It sounds a bit like there's confusion between MK Ultra and the stuff that was the men that stare at goats, which was also a real thing. That was a real military
What?
division as well.
Staring
If you
at a goat. Oh,
There was a film and a book by John Ronson. It's called The Men Who Stare at Goats, which is very good, and it is about this secret type investigation from the US Army about could you use sort of essentially psyop type things, and does it work? Does it do anything for them?
I'd like to remind everyone the US Army also paid a woman to jerk off dolphins, but that's about it. Well, anyway, Derek Zoolander, or was it Swedish? I can't remember.
I don't know where we're going with this anymore.
Swedish.
No.
Well, I'm sure, like Derek Zoolander, when they brain warp, mind control him to kill the Malaysian president.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Tony's got like training dolls with my face on it, and like every time it pops up, like he's like, "Get it, attack!" and like zaps the little doggy.
No, Tony's dog attack went for me as well a few times. It's
It's because you're tall and he's tall and wide. So, like, literally, it's because you're both tall.
fair enough. You've
You've got to remember the little Jack Russells. They're like knee-high to grasshopper.
I had a Jack Russell.
Leaning
And
over like this, and they all get scared. I don't train them to hate Jack.
Yeah, it must be rubbing off
Mine
from the other one.
known as a midget.
Exactly.
I know the show isn't really about drones, but there has been some blue sky lately. Has anyone flown at all?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've seen it.
Yeah, I went out on, when was it? Sunday, I think I managed to get a couple of batteries done. Hooray for me. Only review stuff. The very interesting novice with the controller, you have to try and move with a microscope, else it goes too far and starts spinning out of control. And what else was just flying? Something else. I can't remember what else. Maybe I can spot it on the floor here.
It must have been that good.
Oh no, it was this Tyro 79, but with the Rush FPV stack in it, which was very good. Except I changed the camera as well, so the only thing left on the Tyro now is the frame and the motors, which are also I'd like to swap out, and then it wouldn't be a Tyro 79 at all, and that would make it better.
So it's like Trigger's brush, then, isn't it? Where it's had 5 new handles and 4 new brushes.
There's nothing original left on that now. But yeah, that was all right. It was actually an all right day on Sunday. Really cold though, but if it's out of the wind and stuff, it was all right.
I've done no flying at all. The weather just doesn't seem to line up with my schedule because you can't plan when you're making videos. You do your your bench bit and then hope once it comes to the time where you want to fly that the weather's good. Otherwise, it ends up stuck in a tree for 2 weeks and you can't do anything with it. So,
well, you do move up north, so it's like you literally get worse weather than us.
I was having a go at that Emax car. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I got it. Sophie had a go of it, and as far as I could see that the battery lasts forever.
Yeah, and if you want it to last for even more infinity, then the 450 milliamp tiny hawk lipos fit.
Yeah, I opened up on the underneath and I saw it had the normal connector. I'm guessing you wouldn't want to charge it to high voltage though. That was the only thing, which was a question mark for me.
Well, you could do, but the battery I ran it until the battery was fairly flat, and I was feeling the heat coming from it, and quite a bit of heat. So I wouldn't charge it to a high volt. But
so what are you talking about? Can you tell?
Yes, I've got it here. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera very well, but it's called the Emax Interceptor, isn't it? Is that it, Wayne?
Yeah, that's it. Mine was around here somewhere.
But it's so controllable. Like you. Oh, I've got my notifications on my. Go away.
Hey, Andy, you're on Let's Turn Out. You know.
But
usually I have it on silent.
The little prick.
The one time I don't have it on silent when we're on the show. Where's the?
Have you listened to your auto messages yet?
No, I haven't had time. I've been crazy busy.
Me and Jack literally left you 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Of
messages. So
I haven't got.
We'd ring. It would leave an answer phone message before we got to the 7-minute mark. Tony would then ring him, and we were tag teaming. So it was like overlapping messages of nonsense. Then he started playing with the.
Do you know what? As well.
Yeah.
I was on the phone to my friend Phil. And all I can hear is this beep, 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 beep for about 20 minutes. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I rang Jack, and the first thing I said is, who's died? Because he must have called me about 23 times. And I'm like, I'm on the phone with my other friend.
You're not allowed other friends, Andy.
Yeah, but anyways.
Oh my God!
Emax
McGee messaged me back.
No way. What did you send to her?
Yes.
Show it up again. We didn't see it.
Huh? What's that?
Show it up again. We didn't see. It had to fit in time.
Who's Tits McGee? Isn't that something? Isn't that someone?
That's a Scottish bloke from up north. Tits McGee. I know him.
Not focus. What she said.
Just an emoji.
I'm on this show and
Anything to do with drones?
I'm on this show and I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, isn't Tits McGee like a bottom thing though? Or...
Probably.
She's a character off the game we're playing. So if Jack dies tonight, it means he's wanked himself to death over that message.
Over an emoji.
I've just.
Is there an emoji for that?
Oh, she's the best. Sorry. The girl I love knows I exist.
Yes, but going back vaguely to remote control stuff, I agree with Andy. This is amazing, and it goes under everything. I've been exploring under places I can't get to, and just examining the amount of dust that's there. It's really fun. It's really amazing, and you can just hand it to anybody.
Do you feel sick? Because I put FPV on trucks and stuff before, and it's like so bouncy and
because it's. I mean, you can take it outside, but it's essentially around the house thing, and so it's really smooth, and it's not stupidly fast, so it doesn't bounce around, and it's kind of how you would do. You know, there's quads you would race around the house, and others you would sort of go slow and explore. It can go at an okay speed, but it's kind of an exploring thing. You can sort of get into spaces, you can go through gaps that shouldn't really exist, and I think they're onto a winner here because with this, you can if someone comes around. You can just hand them the control, hand them that, and the box goggles, which are actually pretty good, pretty comfy, and they can just drive it because literally everybody just knows how to work it.
How far does the camera tilt up, or is it set?
It's set, so you can see. Basically, you'll see just
in the chat is going wild about voyeurism and looking
just
up.
Wants to look up skirts.
You sickos.
Isn't it? Like,
if you want to look up a skirt, get yourself a tiny whoop and do a quick power whoop, just as you go under the legs. That's the
If you
pro
want
way.
to go and look up skirt, just hand yourself into the local police station and.
That's what I said to Mikey Dread. I said we're already on a register as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to renew my BMFA thing. That started Monday, didn't it?
You don't have to do it till January the 1st.
January, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just like to have it sorted so that it's done. Oh, have you noticed as well? I'm going to take full credit for this because remember when we were at the UK drone show,
Right.
and I said,
Renew.
I said no. I said it's a shame that you can't get the cards anymore because they were so useful. If anyone ever gave you any bother, you could flash the cards. And they said, they were too expensive. We've done away with them. Brought them back this year. I think you have to pay £3 for them, but I tell you what, it's worth it just to have a card to go. Yeah, there you go. F off with your.
I'm on the list.
Shitting machine.
Well,
Don't talk about me like that.
No, we've got our own here.
Talking about dog walkers.
RC Labotics is in the chat. Hello.
Hello, mate. I
You might
watched
want to mod him.
Flying Brick. I said brick, not penis. I think it was a brick. Oh, car. No, I saw his flying car video the other day. It was quite good.
Who's that?
Oh,
yes, I know.
guy we had on, Carl, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very entertaining. I enjoyed that video.
I'm looking for it now.
It's a good video.
I could have sworn I was like, RC
You're not subscribed.
I am.
I am.
But sometimes YouTube decides you haven't watched this person enough. We won't show you their upload.
Yeah,
Even
right.
if you click on the bell, YouTube decides its own algorithm about what it's going to show you.
It does, doesn't it? It's very annoying.
Has anyone seen how wrong the... Oh, no, he's got a new flying car. That's new, 3 days ago.
New one?
Yeah. That's
Ooh,
what I
yeah.
watched.
I'll check it out.
So, I don't.
I have a question for Frank. Frank,
Shoot.
you did a TV interview about the drone register thing. But unfortunately, at the same time, there was a rather nasty terrorist incident in London. Does this mean your whole interview has been basically scrapped and will never be seen?
As far as I can tell, yeah, it doesn't seem to have got
Ooh.
anywhere. I've asked, and they said, that's a bit weird. Usually it goes somewhere, and then they've just
They've deleted it then, basically.
yeah.
Maybe we should fly. No.
Oh, Ben Sweeney says he saw me on the news,
Oh,
so maybe it did get out somewhere.
yeah, so it was on there.
How did it come out? Which bit? Because we recorded for like at least 20 minutes.
And they took the Firefly drones at cars out of the
You can see the
context.
clock in the background flipping back and forward.
Yeah.
I enjoy
it was-
terrorism much.
yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Frank can go into research mode now and find it, because if it's findable, Frank will find it.
Find it.
Yeah, it was on Sky News. Ben Sweeney, if you could let me know roughly what time you think you might have seen it, I'll hunt back through and see if I can get a copy.
Oh, it was Sky News, was it? Oh, yeah, I have to
Yeah,
pay
I
for
went
that.
to their headquarters at Millbank. Yeah.
What did they want to know? How did it go? Like,
Well, they were like,
did they
"Oh,
say?
we've heard that there's a registration thing happening. What's that about?" It's like, right, okay, let's start from the beginning. But then
Frank
we
gets
just
the
kind of-
whiteboard and a pen out.
pretty much.
I'll give everyone a 2-minute warning. Shall I carry on?
2
'Cause you
minutes to
stopped?
what?
2-minute warning for what?
Put your names in a chat and I'll read them out. Next 2 minutes. Go. Carry on, Frank.
Yeah, we're talking about it all began from a lot of air proxies, and a bunch of those are a bit weird. Like there's one that definitely turned out to be some just red party balloons. There's another one that's
I like that.
described
I like that word, air proxies.
as another one was described as pink and pig shaped and with wings, and that seems a bit unlikely, and that maybe we should take a bit more time to look more deeply into these, and if there are some is some drone misuse going on, then we should prosecute those people.
Did you tell them there was definitely no drones at Gatwick apart from that police one?
I pretty much. I might not have said those exact words, but yeah, I was like, it seems very unlikely that it was whatever.
Exercise.
But I beg your pardon.
What? Exercise.
Exercise.
Like literally, you've got
Is that the Red Queen?
to damn jump on the floor and do 10
This is what
sit-ups.
she did. And I was like, what? And she says exercise. She's going to do some exercise downstairs.
Just mock me.
People heard you say exercise and they're like, what was that voice? Would you like to come and explain? No.
Come on, Sophie. No, she's
I don't want
run
to.
away.
Ivy, I love you.
Don't blame her.
She's ran.
And this is why she's never coming into visual reference with you guys anymore.
I don't blame her. Right, I'm going to shout out some names because
She's
people
so
are
sweet, bless
shouting out stuff. So, Lewis Stephen M, Tony King, what's up? Rob Britton, Mondo FPV, Lewis Stephen, James Cheryl. I'm really not good at it. It shouldn't be my job doing this. Win Davis, Aries, what's up? Green Patches, hello, mate. Lewis Stephen M, have I said that? Rob Britton, Lurgy, Mikey Dredd. Mikey Dredd is the bomb. He's one of our main sponsors on the show. Magic Pencil, Fraser Steam, what's up? Hazard FPV, NQIS Steve, Dave Story, hello, mate. DS, Daryl here, hi. Marty McFly, Tribal FPV, Spider, hello, Numbskull FPV. I think I'm done. Ben Sweeney, and all the others who tune in. Thank you very much. Hope you're all well. Carry on, guys. Actually got up at 4 on this cold morning in Hong Kong for LTO and coffee. I'll take that. What's up? What's up?
He got closer to the name than you have sometimes, Tony. So.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, I do say LOD and stuff like that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Catman FPV?
It's pretty cool that someone in Hong Kong getting up, having a coffee and watching us. What's up, bro?
Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. I'm so. It is available.
Frank's gone robot.
Yeah, can't hear anything from Frank.
That's the stream. Everything's going pear shaped.
Is it still on YouTube?
It might be. It might crap out. Yeah, I want to at least spool something up.
It's quite ironic. It comes up says bot joined the meeting there, isn't it? It's like it's our talk right now.
Bot joined and everything.
Oh.
Just let me know if you want me to.
We're back to.
Just take over, Jack, because Frank sounds like a Dalek.
Frank's going to need to reboot.
And the stream's going mental.
You can't say them
every
mental.
time the helicopter flies over, the bit rate goes to like 100 instead of 3,000.
Challenged.
No, because that's not what mental it is. Being mental isn't being intellectually challenged, and I, for one, am offended.
All right, then. The stream's gone batshit crazy. Any better?
Yeah, that's it.
That.
Although I did call someone with a mental illness batshit crazy once, so everything I just said is mute. And it's just one of those words I think that is just you're not going to be able to say in about 6 months.
Okay, so you can do you can like South London it by calling them chicken oriental.
that sounds way worse than anything.
That sounds like it's like racist squared somehow. I don't know why.
You're chicken oriental, weren't you? Okay.
Oh, chicken oriental mental, right? Yeah,
fine.
but that now I'm offended for you, Tony, because you use the word chicken and you know.
And also, you can't say oriental.
Can you not say oriental?
No.
What's happening in this world?
It's become politically correct, and oriental is a bad word.
Is it really, though? I went on the Oriental Express. Well, I just went on the Express. What the hell?
I think you're allowed to keep those because they're historical. A bit like you can have statues of people that were slave traders, but it's okay because they did good things. That sort of business.
There are other words that are very historical that we can't use whatsoever, so I don't think you can use that one.
Cliff is in the chat. Hello, mate.
When did you get the Emax, the quadcopter? They've got like a new...
The Easy Fly.
Yeah. Did you get that thing as well?
Did, yeah.
Is it easy?
It is easy, but it's got several weird things. Have you flown it yet, Andy?
I haven't. No. But I did check out the price. Going back to the car, 44 quid for that car. That's pretty amazing, I think.
Is that just the car? Because the whole setup's about $109, isn't it?
What did you get? The one with the goggles and everything?
Yeah, I got the one with the goggles and controller.
Whoa! Who put you in contact with Emax? I get just the car and the bloody thing, and you get the whole shebang. No, I'm not kidding.
I got the whole shebang.
It's 44.
I've got two sets of goggles because they sent the same lot for the quad as well.
I've already got the goggles, so no, that's it's very kind of Emax to send these over. But they are great. But you don't need the. Well, I suppose you need the goggles if
boys and girls.
If you want.
I'll explain a little bit what we're talking about with the Easy Fly because it's quite an interesting proposition. The idea is, and me and Andy have reviewed a bunch of these things that are for, I'll just say for novices, which turn out to be the opposite of what a novice would want to fly. So Emax have had a bash at it, and they've come out with a little brushed quad. It's not like a beta flight thing, and it's got different flight modes. So on its easiest flight mode, easy mode, it works on a barometer, and the throttle value, you've got this massive dead zone which doesn't do anything, and it's not until you bring the throttle all the way down or all the way up it will go up and down. And the right stick, because it's mode 2, Andy, I'm afraid, controls the lot. So on the basic one, you don't have yaw on the left stick. On the right stick, you've got pitch and yaw, so you can fly the thing totally like one thumbed around, just like that. And I think the idea is, if a real super beginner, and it's really quite hard to put yourself in the mindset of someone that would do this. I kept trying to adjust my roll all the time, which I couldn't do, of course. But yeah, you could fly. I think you could put it in the hands of someone and say, try this, and it's very gentle. The only thing I found, though, and you'll have to try it out, Andy, and see what you think, is when it takes off, you have to get the throttle stick almost all the way to the top before it goes up, and then it sort of shoots up a bit, and you instantly come off the throttle stick, and it's up to about 7 feet before it thinks about coming down again. So initially, it's like it's just flying away. It's all a bit weird.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was going to be more of a sort of more budget Tiny Hawk sort of thing, but it's
a very,
when
very
I
different.
when I spoke to them, they said that they were doing like trying to go into the toy market because that's where people start, whereas the Tiny Hawk is a little bit like Tiny Hawk RTF's 123 quid and like 80 quid is it for the, so it's a bit out of reach for somebody who wants to start, but 40 quid or something like that. But I'm not sure that's the best way to go. You want to at least have the controls correct and not rely on altitude hold and stuff like that.
So altitude hold comes off on the advanced setting. On the intermediate setting, you've still got barometer control, but you've got the yaw stick.
You can turn it off.
You get to advanced, that's when you've got full control with throttle. But saying that, it's still self-leveling and it's very gentle. You can fly it around like a regular quad. It's not ballistic, obviously, and you can't increase the rates or anything.
Is it a brushed model or brushless?
It's brushed, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it from the outside, you think, oh, it's very much like a Tiny Hawk, and then you turn it over and you see the big brush motors hanging down.
Oh, it should be interesting.
I think it'll do the job. It will get people flying, doing the basics, but what you can't do is take it forward from there. You'd have to get like a different quad and go from there. But
that's probably the idea, isn't it? Get that and then move on to the Tiny Hawk. And then if you're in because there are people that will only buy Emax because trusted company, and then they've got the whole range covered, really, haven't they? From Tiny Whoop all the way up.
An Emax shield. Buy Emax.
Look, I've joined in. Emax are the best.
There you go. You see, you got two against all you other dicks.
They are very, I mean, when you compare it to all these things that Ishii's bringing out, like the novices, which take so much setting up to get even flyable, then yeah, they're doing an amazing job about getting.
Well, they're unique in the way that they're not purely based in China. So the company is in China, but then they've got a group of people in California who have all the ideas, and they go to Emax and say, this is what people want. This is, and it's working pretty well so far. Whereas every other company based in China, apart from TBS, because you've got Trappy over there sort of peering over, making sure everything's okay. Otherwise, talking about Ishin.
Thanks, Clive. Thanks, Clive.
The amount they ask for feedback, but I've never seen anything get implemented ever, for feedback. So I don't know why they ask for feedback.
Thank you, Clive, FBV, for your donation. Can I just say, Art Faulkner and Mikey Dredd, thank you very much for your ongoing support to LDO.
I know you guys rock. The
Yeah,
fact that we're still doing this,
yeah,
somehow.
Yeah, we're only doing it for you.
I'll ask this question. As I'm not going to be here for the next 2 weeks and I will miss the lead up to Christmas, does anybody have FPV related stuff on their Christmas list for people to buy them?
No.
No,
Robin
no.
FPV, thank you.
Thank you,
Because
Robin.
I think it's always too specific, isn't it? You know.
I don't trust anyone to.
You'd actually have to give them a specific link and say this, only this, nothing else. Do not deviate.
I wouldn't expect my mum off her own back to get me like a 1800 kV 2207 motor, you know.
This is a 2206.
I literally need one motor, actually. Yeah, I need one motor.
Why don't you do your usual thing of begging on Facebook, Tone? Because that's what.
Fucking thanks, mate.
Well, that worked last time. Didn't you get like 10
thanks,
GoPros
Lewis.
or something?
Cheers, Lewis.
I thought you just got up a sign saying I will give you a hand job for a motor or something like that, wasn't it?
You wish.
Why, you're good at it, Tony.
Thanks, Green Patches, as well, and thanks, Lewis.
You saw through my thinly veiled attempt to ask for one.
I literally just need. No, I might send a link to my parents. They're actually my parents are quite good with links and stuff. I might see if I can get a new motor.
Oh, thanks, Patches.
Thanks, Green Patches, and thank you, Lewis, Stephen M. Thank you.
Right, we are actually officially out of sparklers. All we've got are fountains left.
So
Which
you have to
means-
donate £5 at least.
Yeah, we'll add it to some sort of weird total.
Just start setting fire to stuff in the flat, Jack. Why not?
Yeah, could do if you want.
Do that.
Set light to your hair and I'll donate.
Just get a lipo and just put a nail through it and then just hold it up.
You got any links, Africa, that you can set fire to?
Oh no, man! Fuck me, like, that's never. So I bought myself a little FPV bench monitor screen. Eachine. It's got a battery in it. It's got DVR. First thing I had to do, SMA. So I had to rip out the RP SMA and put these little bad boys on there.
It's just one way and that's it.
Yeah, well, you know, variety is the spice of life. And they sent me a plug, a American style plug. So I thought I'd be clever, and I took it apart and I added it to I made like a little box for it, and like added so I could add a UK plug on it. And where is it?
You do realise that it's only us in the drone community that doesn't realise that RPSMA is actually much better than SMA. Have a think about why that might be.
I can't, because you've still got like a pin going into a hole, essentially, either way
There's
round.
no difference.
That's
There's
the right way. That is the right way. Nature intended that. So that is right. That's all I'm
Is
saying.
it because the antenna will wear out instead of the socket, and you can change the antenna?
Yeah, get another bloke.
You've got it the wrong way around.
No, nature says.
It's the antenna with the hole that wears out and not the pin.
Yeah, you can get
And
an
if you look at all telecommunications, including Wi-Fi routers, BT, they are all RPSMA for that reason.
Robert,
Robert, you're in for a treat.
SMA is
fist bumps.
wrong.
No, I prefer SMA.
Is right.
You prefer SMA. You prefer replacing your antennas.
Yeah, but he's from Brighton.
You only get 50 goes of it until they die.
No, that's it. Just don't change your antenna. Buy decent antennas. Simple as. Or learn how to crimp or solder new ones on yourself.
Or do RPSMA and not have to do any of that shite.
There you go. Thank you, Rob Britton, for your donation. If any of you haven't hit the like button, please do now, because it makes life so much easier for us.
Zero understand. Look at Zero's message.
Well, the question of why
obvious.
SMA became a standard is probably because somebody said, "Oh, look, these are cheap. We can buy those." And
these are cheap because no buggers using them anymore because they keep failing.
So let me ask you this, Andy: does this mean you've changed out all your rapid fire goggles to RPSMA because it's so good?
No, I'm just telling you that we're fucking idiots.
Well, we knew that.
Well, anyway,
Has the disclaimer been read today?
Yes.
I soldered this in, and although it said 100 to 240 volts with the USA plug, it definitely wasn't because all the tracks blew off it, and there's a giant skid mark in the box. I was like, oh yeah, now I'm looking at it, there's no bridge rectifier, and the transformer slightly melty. Ooh, melty on that side, by the way. Ugh. So, yeah. All in all, how about looking at the electronics before just doing whatever you want to them?
Looks very much like the Bifrost monitor, that Ishii monitor, doesn't it?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
I tell you what, I love what Lee has done with his Bifrost monitor. He's designed a 3D printed mount for his Tyrannus, and it just sits on his Tyrannus, so he doesn't have to have a ground station.
That is a great idea because it's very easy, just as I found out, just to slightly touch that HDMI connection and have it completely go out.
Yeah, go out.
And then you're just doing this as this. You can hear a quad flying around and you've got a blank picture, which is fun.
Frank, are you... What, did he just donate directly? How did that work?
Through PayPal.
What, just bypassed everything?
Yeah.
Ah.
Who did that and why?
Who do you think? One of the greatest Welsh legends in the world.
Hold on, let me think.
And
It's not
that guy who sings the rapey song either. What's his name?
What's the rapey song?
Rapey song.
It's cold outside.
Who donated to get 2 sparklers going?
Win.
The only rapey songs I know of are all of Rolf Harris's every single song.
Oh,
And
who's
Gary
got a Rolf
Glittage wants
Peru
to be in
in
my
their
gang
closet?
Yeah, who's got a roll for Gary.
Might be me. He did show a lot of interest in my wife, though, thinking about it, when you just don't pick up on these things at the time.
Was she pregnant?
Why? Because she's the size of a small child.
Yeah.
I don't think he's fussy. He's like, are you female? You'll do.
Blood's got it. Tom Jones. No, it was Wyn Davis.
Hello, Blood.
Does Tom Jones sing a rapey song now? I'm confused about the rapey
it's cold outside. Yeah. No, I want to go home. No, stay. It's cold outside.
You can leave your hat on. That's pretty rapey as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think.
I thought that's just a bit kinky.
Yeah, perhaps he's going to be one of these.
We're all into feet now, thanks to Dr. Decker.
Oh, she's got good feet, hasn't she?
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from NQIS Steve. You got to light something, Jack.
I'm lighting. It's getting hard to breathe in here.
Keep donating, people. Let's see if we can kill Jack.
More, Jack.
Is it too early, Frank, to start talking about number 6?
What's number 6?
Number 6.
Mini
Air show.
Yeah.
He's given up. He said he's done. We don't care anymore.
Okay. Fair enough.
He lied.
Are you lying or?
Oh my god.
It's not
or
true.
can we talk about this?
Oh. Zero, you're a legend.
Thank you, NQS Steve.
Oh.
Can we talk about
And
this?
Zero donated £10 on the PayPal as well. So
Oh, thank you so
Jack's
much,
not having to
Zero.
set fire to everything.
Jesus Christ! This is fucking
Oh my god! Oh my
God.
god!
He literally got.
You're
Oh
gonna have to
my
move that a
God.
bit further away from the camera, Jack. Can't see it.
Have you? He's lighting more. Ripping and lighting more.
You got like an
Frank
aerosol
Zero!
going as well.
Nice one,
What's going on?
Zero.
Oh my god, that must give off so much heat.
Oh, if you
And
donate a
fumes.
bit
Trying to
more,
create
we
that
could
close
kill him
segregation.
off.
He's almost dropping them, Luke. You can barely hold them.
They're getting really hot.
Yeah. I reckon 10 would kill him.
Oh my god.
This is like some crowd-funded DIY chemotherapy here.
Well, I don't know about chemo.
I thought we were just trying to murder him with smoke, no?
Yeah. Brilliant. Well done, lads. Thanks for that.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone.
If you donate in the link in the chat, we'll get YouTube doesn't get a cut, and
There's no
you'll get
fees
a gift
either.
and a pop up.
There's no fees if you do it as a friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
True.
PayPal us some money, it goes straight to us and helps.
Oh
us.
yeah, Zero did do it through Streamlabs,
Yeah, he did.
and Win did it as well. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My thing did not catch up.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you for that. That helps
Jesus
us.
Christ. How
immensely.
these smoke alarms does not go off, I don't know.
Well,
Is it because you took the batteries out?
Shut
That
up.
could be the only reason.
Stop talking.
they really should be going off, Jack, with all of that fire. I mean,
Maybe.
that is
Maybe
more
not.
than an actual
Have
fire.
you seen him wire up a Kiss squad?
Yeah, I saw him yesterday.
Yeah, no comment.
No.
He
That was
did
a good time, man.
did a good job. He
I
sorted
enjoyed
it
that.
out.
You enjoyed me down there, Jack. You never
Yeah.
say that. To literally say that on live. On
I
it
did.
now.
I did. It's recorded. I mean, not as much as when Frank comes down, but I did enjoy
You bitch.
it.
Maybe you should go and get gay bagels that I actually like now.
Yes. Yes. The Jewish in us are taking over.
What is the difference,
Whoa,
just
no,
so I can tell,
Tom.
between a gay bagel and a regular bagel?
One's upside down. Go like some shit. Numbskull FPV, thank you very much.
Surely you put a sausage through the middle.
Not on my watch, Frank. Not on my watch.
That is definitely SMA, if it was.
What did I put a sausage through the middle of something at Mini House?
Yeah, donut.
I
Donut.
can't even remember.
A gay
He
donut.
was so drunk.
I was not
Oh.
drunk. I had to drive home.
Oh, yeah.
Made
I
it
was-
worse,
I was
really.
trying.
Oh yeah.
Tired.
Didn't you sleep in a car park, Andy?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, for 5.5 hours. In
Oh,
it.
boy, we need to do a behind the scenes. Actually, it wouldn't be fucking much difference to this, would it?
Yes.
Did you
Zero knows where it's at, man. For the win.
Thanks,
RPS.
Numbskull FPV. Thank you very, very, very much. It helps with the editing. So the people who don't like swearing on iTunes can listen to this
And
Well,
Jack actually may catch fire one day, so you know.
with any luck.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is all I do.
Another one.
Zero donated to say that RPSMA are the best.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, Hero.
Thank you. Jesus
Come on,
Christ.
take it.
Oh my
Photo
god,
of that.
that looks like just crazy.
Bloods has said something in the chat. Blood says, Mr. Fruitcakes, I have not seen NJ this excited about a product in a long time. He has 2 new frames and a DJI system to play with and spent the whole week off messing with the PICK life out
The
loud.
pick.
Well,
Guitar pick.
yeah, I want one of them. They look good.
Well,
3 already built.
he came on, didn't he, after the show and showed it to us.
Yeah.
It looked really neat.
Yeah, we posted it on the LDO.
Tell you what, I'm not cold in here anymore. Jesus Christ.
Can you breathe? Breathe in.
No,
Breathe in, Jack.
no, I don't need to vape. You lot are mental. Jesus. Oh no, I mean Orient.
You've even got Christmas lights round your neck.
Oriental's surely worse.
Yeah.
Is chicken Oriental worse than mental?
I don't know. I'm gonna make a Tony's gay sign out of EL wire.
What's the L wire?
What are you going to put it on? Your wall or
What?
a plane?
Hang on, let me get some batteries out the dildo. Hang on.
He's not joking.
I know he's not joking. Oh my god.
Lily, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry.
If it's got batteries in, does that not make it a vibrator rather than a dildo? I hate to be like OCD about this, but it annoyed me.
I need
So-
two hands to get the lid.
Suppose you can just freestyle it, Wayne, can't you? You know, if the
This has
batteries.
got to be the best. This has got to be the best.
If the batteries are in there, you
I
don't
can't
have to
even
turn it on,
Hope
do
they're
you?
not
But,
too flat.
you know,
Yeah. If you, oh no,
well, they've been getting a
oh
lot
no,
of
I've
use.
got to
haven't
raid
they,
the
Jack?
other dildo.
Oh dear.
Have they gone flat? You used it. You used all the battery up, did
I
you,
might be
Jack?
able. Oh no, she might have heard that one. I'm getting WhatsApp messages.
24 hour go, was it?
Don't inhale. Oh, you little fuckers! Again. Yeah, look. Yes.
Oh, it lights up.
Yeah. Makes a
Yeah.
horrible high pitched noise though.
It does.
Don't know whether you can. Oh, you can get it to
Oh.
flash.
Andrew/Frank will explain how all this works. What
Yeah,
is
how
it?
does it work, Frank?
What does EL stand for? And
Electroluminescence is
oh, he's a robot.
Oh, bloody hell. Thank you, Lurgy, I think.
Jesus. I wish Andy could talk so he could educate us.
Electroluminescence wire, I think.
How does it work? Is it gas?
I don't
I'm
know.
presuming it
No.
excites some gas molecules in there, doesn't it?
I don't know. Does it? No, because you can cut it anywhere you want.
Oh, okay.
Literally, was that something going bang in the chat, or do I have to look out my window?
That's not the chat.
Really?
That's someone putting a stone
Someone's
through
outside there.
his Integra's window. That's what that was.
Maybe
Oh,
they're just leaving a tangerine on your doorstep quietly.
maybe they're washing your car.
It's gonna make sense to nobody.
No one will get.
If you wanna know the joke on that, we'll bring it up on the bonus pod. So if you wanna get that joke, is it alright to add that footage to the bonus pod?
Yeah, if you want.
Cheers, man.
Don't
Tony's
forget
always a
to
good
put your
sport.
batteries back in the dildo, Jack.
That sounds like it's got like a special attachment bit.
I don't know, I don't know whether I want to go down the road of making her a fuck machine or not. I don't know.
Well, it's nice to have options.
I know. Well, I just think it might make me lazy.
It must be true love if you're making dildos for her, Jack.
No, it's fine. Definitely not.
Oh, Andy's back. Andy, tell us how EL works before you will become a robot and a Dalek.
it fires AC down it, so it doesn't need a perfect circuit because it's just moving back and forth rather than trying to push it around the circuit.
Oscillating.
Which is why you can cut it into weird shapes and things. But I think it works basically like an LED in that you've got your bridge and it's just kind of so the electricity's QED, all sorts of things. I don't know. It emits some light, and then you've got phosphors to then take that and emit it into different colours. I don't really know.
So
Laser wire cable is brighter than EL wire. Fiber optic. Oh,
Well,
hazard FPV.
Wing just put FPV dildo.
Dildro.
oh yeah, that's a good
Dildo.
idea. Yeah, I'll have a go. Well, I haven't got one. Jack, I have to borrow Jack.
That would have been.
Oh man, mate, that looks amazing. Hell of a battery on it, though.
Yeah, what you could do is you could get like a glass one that was clear and then put a camera in it and then use the batteries to power the camera, couldn't you? And then
You thought about this way too much, Andy.
It's already in pattern.
then get like an infrared emitter and then you're golden, aren't you? Sorted. That's an idea. I think that might break YouTube's community guidelines, though.
Only if you take this as intended for children, which would be interesting.
No. But speaking of which, I subscribe to a girl called Hannah who does a advent where she opens gin and swears, and she's got a Harry Potter calendar, a Virgin Gin calendar, and in her recommendations, all Peppa Pig and stuff. So if you put Advent in it, it just sticks you with the kids no matter what, even though you've ticked that box, which I think is quite wrong.
Interesting.
Weird.
Is that what you want to do next week then, Jack?
No, definitely not.
LDO 224 Advent.
Well, we've talked about toys quite a lot on this show today, so maybe.
I mean, do you reckon anyone would ever make a FPV Advent calendar, which would be quite cool? Oh God, no! What now?
How would that work?
What? Who?
Tell me, have you got your super whoopy? Well, not whoop. Your GoPro 3-inch whoop.
Yes, I've got my Shen drones. Squirt V2.
Nice. I saw your short video on it. Have you got some projects in mind?
I have got a project coming up at a golf club.
Who donated? Because I heard the noise, but it didn't tell me who.
I don't know. Literally done a 15-second. Wanted to test it. Had some things in mind where I walked the dogs. Flew around where I walked my dogs and done the chainsaw thing, the water over the bridge, and I've got a golf club interested in doing some indoor stuff.
A golf club, that would be quite a short video.
Yeah, so literally we'll fly in from the golf club, probably thinking about doing something under someone who's taking a shot, in through the gym, doing gym noises, in through the bar, doing bar noises, and then covering in. And I've got a few ideas that I want to do, and it's really it's really, really horrible to fly.
Yeah, I was going to say, did the ducks make it do weird things with the power?
Yeah, then it's really not a nice flight. I mean, I flew it in acro in the little clips that I did, and it was
guys. Wacky Where's FPV just become a $12 Patreon. Tony, take your fucking t-shirt off.
Why do I always have to get naked? It's always
Tony.
me.
Yeah, I'm morbidly obese, Tony. I'm telling you.
I will do it.
Oh, what now? Oh, right. I'm lighting everything on fire.
As well. Look at him.
Yeah.
I tell you, he didn't need much encouragement, did he? It's like, I twist my arm. It's coming off.
Who was that now?
Dave Powell has also just become a $12 patron.
Ow.
Wow, thanks so much, guys. Don't make it only last a month. But we'll call you out.
Take it now.
We will call you out. And don't get naked for nothing, you know. Look at that. You got lots of fire. Me topless. I mean, what more do you want?
Well, I think my life's complete.
Should I get my cowboy hat just to top it off?
Yes. Thumbnail.
Give me 5.
There you go.
It works.
It does work. You just have to be 3 centimeters away from it.
As long as the fire breaks out just
God.
underneath the...
Fire alarms, cowboy hats. Yeah, nakedness. You can't beat this podcast, can you?
I don't know. I think if Jack revealed his dildo, then that would finish it off.
They're lighting back up.
Shit's on fire.
Oh
my god.
Oh.
Anyway, yes.
Yes. We can edit everything.
if someone was to
afford
edit, if someone was to edit this episode, it'd be about 3 minutes long, I think.
Just Frank, just pay the editor before he's even done this.
There's some very
this is
strange
one of
still
my
frames here. We've got
best
one guy
shows
holding
ever.
up fire and like a naked cowboy. It's about drones, apparently.
Yeah.
We haven't even
Oh.
talked about it. Oh, kind
Yeah,
of.
we've done some. Right, no one donate anything. I'm out. I'm spent. That was 20 quid. Like, just instantly
Just
gone
on
up that one.
fire.
Yeah.
Here you go, girl.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. Oh man.
Anyway,
Hang on, I'm gonna open the window.
I have got another venture with my little Shrendrone Squirt, which is a golf club, and I'm hopefully going to do some filming in there soon. So, and look out for my participation on a mountain bike video from the 15th of this month. It's from Specialized. A couple of clips that are in there. So,
Will you not be putting, you know, the videos that you've been involved in, Tom? They be going on the website as like this is what we've done sort of thing?
I might do one on my website.
You should do that, yeah. For sure.
Um,
When stuff comes out.
I got told it's coming out the 15th, so I'm tagged in it on Instagram and Facebook. So it'll be, the Specialized mountain bike video will be coming out the 15th of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. I've watched the video. There's only a couple of clips of mine in there, but it's worth the watch.
And it probably cost you more to fix the quads than you got paid to do the thing.
I didn't get paid. I done it for a mate. So
yeah, that's what they all say.
Can't get paid until hopefully, well, maybe next year.
I done it for a friend, but I'm flying indoors for the golf club thing. So
As soon as Tony gets his B cert, he'll be all sorted.
Yeah, and I'm getting that from you.
Well, I need to become an examiner first.
Hurry up.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Hurry up. Can I put my top on yet? I feel,
No.
It's literally cold.
I want to see those
It's always me who takes my top
correct.
Because you're the only one that hasn't got man boobs, Tony. Because you're a vegan.
I don't want to be.
Look, you get your top off, I get my feet out. That's the deal.
I've never
Anyone's
seen
getting
More
more
about the
feet.
feet.
Literally, they take castings from him walking through the woods, and people literally think it's a Yeti in the fucking West Sussex.
Yeah. It's actually me.
Definitely a Yeti down here.
Oh
And
my
it's
God.
fucking Jack on barefoot.
Has anybody got a GoPro 8?
No.
No,
So, I've
I
got
don't think it's worth buying the 8. If the 7's so good, I don't like. Literally, I've worn the 7 on my chest for mountain bike videos, and I've put it on my quad, and it's really, really good. The 8's just going to be cost you more, and the 7's just going to cost you less, and is as good in my opinion. But I've not had the 8, but I've seen footage from the 8, and I still think the 7's better.
I'll have to get round and try it. I've been too busy.
Have you bought one?
A GoPro 8?
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it when it was announced. Yeah.
Oh my
Always
god.
taken.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still in its box though. I haven't done any freestyle for ages. Ray, we need to raise in the chat. We need to meet up, do some flying, man. Do some freestyle, hit some spots. That'd be cool. And I can use my GoPro 8 to see if it's any good.
Oh, you've got an GoPro 8. Mm.
Yeah, I've got one. Just haven't.
We could do a comparison video, me flying against you.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be that much difference. Yeah. I've got one of those squirt things as well. And
Have
they
you
do.
got a squirt?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've got one. So, well, it's the iFlight version, not the squirt. But
Does it carry a 7 or 8?
yeah, well, it from 5.
It flies awful. It's literally like flying a brick around your front room or whatever.
That's
It's
what they
horrible.
are.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible, but it does its job. The 15 seconds of video, I literally went out and thought, right, I'm going to do this, put a sound effect to this, and put a sound effect to that, upload it to my YouTube, and it's got quite a few good responses. So I'm happy with the result. And like I said, I've got this golf club interested in doing some stuff indoors, and I've got some really good ideas about what I can do in there, and I'm looking forward to doing another video.
Well, you see that it's a tool, isn't it? Though it's not like something to have fun with, you know.
No,
exactly. It serves a purpose.
Yeah, it does, and it's brilliant for what it does because it's kind of well, it's got prop guards on it and stuff like that. So
I really like Nurk's video where he did was it like an arcade place or something like that? He did a video with the squirt that looked amazing. That did, but all done in one shot as well.
That's exactly what I want to do. I've got some really good ideas of coming from outside the golf club, under someone swinging for a shot into the gym where they got gym noises, and then I'm going to try to maybe land on
into the sauna.
Yeah, well, no, maybe land on someone holding a something carrying it through to the restaurant, like landing on a tray or whatever, and then taking off and carrying on, and then going into.
My idea for how to use the video is to prove that the prop guards work. You in the middle of the field, get the GoPro filming you, fly that bugger right into you, and see if it hurts you. Because I think it shouldn't do. Well, let's try it, because I think that is going to be a YouTube sensation. Man goes for a Darwin Award by trying to kill himself with a quad, but fails because it's got safety.
I'd fly it into myself, topless.
Now we're getting there. This ticks all my boxes.
In my cowboy hat, in a jockstrap.
How much do I have to donate for me to fly it into Tony?
So is this what we're doing on the 2nd of January before we get hold of the
Lemon FPV from the US just donated $10. Thank you very much.
Ray says Nurk's already done the trade.
Great. Even less.
Oh, is there a tray thing already been done?
Apparently so.
But it looks like it's flying into Tony naked then. Let's make it happen.
I'm putting my top back on.
Tony, if I shave my pubes off, would you eat any?
This has become a Bush Tucker trial, this show. What is going on with it? It's like whoring yourself. What will you do for money?
Will you eat some of Lily's pubes?
Bonjour, I'm back. What are you bastards?
The evidence I've seen suggests there aren't any.
I was gonna say, but to be fair, you know, maybe from knowing Jack, he's probably got them in a box somewhere.
Maybe.
Well, I think we should probably end the stream soon for legal reasons.
When Frank starts rubbing his eyes, that means we need to stop.
This is a bad sign.
The secret signal. What was I going to say? You do realise, guys, that we have met the goal of meeting up for videos.
What?
Yeah.
We've met the goal.
What does that mean?
It means that we have to meet up and record something.
I mean, we haven't met the goal,
meeting on the 2nd of January.
Oh, you mean on Patreon? We have
on Patreon, yeah.
The goal for us all to meet up and make a video.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing so on the 2nd of January, aren't we?
Yeah,
I'm like this for the second.
I'm just worried about Curry Kid. I think he's going to let us down.
I'm not in control of my destiny as far as the second goes. I'm told whether I'm available or not. The man at the house is not me. It's some other man that answers to a girl's name.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What are you doing for 2 weeks? No doubt a cruise at in the Caribbean or some.
I knew they were swingers.
We're not swingers. No, we're just going to the Maldives. Nothing special. Just a little beach vacation for a couple of weeks. and then I'll see you guys after Christmas.
You came to the
Nudist.
Maldives. Where's the Maldives?
Spanish islands.
Go to India and go downwards. Look for a little tiny
The
blobby
Maldives.
island
Oh, they're
down
a
there.
bit better than the
So
Spanish
you're
islands.
spending Christmas where it's the hottest on the planet.
No, I'm going away.
that's
This is what I
Australia.
don't like. I like Christmas. I don't like the build-up. We go away. We come back on the 23rd. We watch the Star Wars movies. We have Christmas.
Wayne, how
Done.
many holidays have you had this year?
I think he's beating me.
I don't know, 2 maybe.
I've
No.
had 3.
What, 2 this month?
I've had 3 this year. What have you had? Come on,
I
you've
don't
got you know on 4.
I've had 0 in the last 8 years.
Don't forget, sometimes when I go away, it's purely a work thing for my wife's work, where I'm just literally there to be the
On
guy
holiday.
with her.
On holiday, yes. You're on holiday. She's working.
What can I say? It's her hobby. My hobby is FPV. Her hobby is holidays and booking holidays and buying cars.
Right.
In this,
On that
I somehow
note-
have the cheap holiday, the cheap hobby in this.
Pip, we love you. We love the fact that you have bought Curry a fantastic present.
Don't worry, she'll never watch this. She thinks we're shit.
Okay. So
Fair as
She's got it right.
So, yeah, she's a good judge of character.
Yeah, well done.
I can't navigate Patreon to save my life.
Have
No,
we got 2 more? Have we got 2 more patrons?
Yes.
What do you
David
need?
Powell,
Shout them out, man.
you're a legend. We're going to have to record a new voice shout out.
Yeah.
Wes, you are
Yeah.
also a legend. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank you
man.
very much, guys.
Those voice shout outs. Oh, Jesus. That took longer than a podcast to do the last time.
Oh,
Well,
fucking
we got to
funny.
get through 4 now.
That, you should live stream us
We
doing
can
the
live stream it if you want. We can live stream.
That should be the Patreon bonus episode.
yeah,
Yeah.
Us trying to do the bloody
Right,
thing.
it is-
Don't only do 1 month, guys. Literally, do a couple of months. if
it's
you
up to them,
can.
man. It's
I know,
a
but
harsh economic climate out there, Tony. We're not
No,
all
I know,
window
I
cleaners who
know.
aren't Jehovah's Witnesses. Anyway, on that note, you've been listening to Let's Drone Out. Thank you very much. You have been joined by Andy RC,
Ta-ta.
Curry Kitten,
Goodbye.
my little Tony.
bonjour.
All hail, long live King Ming, and everyone's favourite, Andrew / Frank.
Good night.
Oh, that wasn't in binary either. What's going on? And I've been Bright to Fly. Thank you very much. We're sorry if we offended anyone. Thank you so much for all the donations. We need to thank Lemon RC Zero, Numbskull, NQIS Steve, Zero, Rob, Britain, Green Patches, Win,
Mikey
and
Fred and Art Faulkner are 2 main
Yeah.
guys for the last 2 years. So thank you so much.
Lewis Stephen, Robin FPV, Clive FPV, and Super Wills. Thank you so much, guys, and good night.
See you next Thursday.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah,
Live stream. No, bonus pod.
End. Stop now. Stop it. Finish. I need a